We are in the preambles of a civil war, and that may sound super hyperbolic, but I promise you it's not. Right now, it's kind of a cold civil war that we're moving towards. And just like we were in a cold war with Russia and there was an arms race, the arms race here is congressional seats. And to be clear, the Supreme Court paved the way for this civil war by eliminating national injunctions, making it so that states could sue and get an injunction for their particular state so that they don't have to abide by certain laws. And after Democrats tried to pass a bill eliminating gerrymandering in 2021, Republicans were like, no, we don't want that to end. So now what you had is the second largest state in the country tried to push through a gerrymandered map along racial lines in order to steal 5 congressional seats for Republicans at the behest of the Trump administration, to which the largest state in the country, California, was like, say less. How about a 52-0 map? How about no Republican seats? And now you have the governor of the 4th largest state in the country saying, yeah, also Democrat over here, and also we're at war and we won't have it. You have Texas Democrats who have fled to Illinois and New York, where the governor of Illinois is also saying, we're here to support because this is a war. And the governor of Texas threatening to go hunt the Democrats down in other states and make them come back. If this isn't war language, I don't know what it is. And I know when we talk about war, oftentimes we think about it in a very explosive way because Americans, we have this hyperfixation with the visualizations of war. We all watch a ton of war movies. But all this political maneuvering are all elements of this cold civil war that we're experiencing. And to be clear, Donald Trump and the way that he has governed, Fox News and the right-wing propagandists and the way that they have lied, and Meta and Facebook and the way that they allowed misinformation and disinformation to be spread just so that people stay on the app longer, will all be contributing factors when we look back in the history books at how we got into this particular civil war. So while no shots have been fired, all these political maneuverings are setting one group of states against another group of states in a political war where one group is trying to seize power and the other is working on behalf of the people. This is where we are.
A part of my practice is criminal defense work. There is no felony in the Texas Penal Code for what he says. So respectfully, he's making up some shit, okay? He's trying to get sound bites, and he has no legal mechanism. And if he did, subpoenas from Texas don't work in New York. So he's going to come get us how? Subpoenas in Texas don't work in Chicago. He's going to come get us how? So let me be clear. He's putting up smoke and mirrors, and I'm hopeful that the media doesn't follow that. I will also say this. I was on the redistricting committee. I sat in on the meetings. We had 3 sham hearings with no maps, where people were forced to testify that they were neutral on the maps because of our processes, when actually, I would say about 99.9% of the people were against it. So they set it up. So when the litigation happens, because it's going to happen, trust and believe, right? That there will be testimony saying that everybody was neutral on it, which is, excuse my French, a damn lie. Then, when they got the map on Wednesday, and let me be clear, it was the worst kept secret in Texas. I was on the redistricting committee, and I was wondering in January, why am I on the redistricting committee? I mean, it ain't a redistricting year. And we didn't meet once, right? But this was always the backup plan, always. I sat in on the hearings. It was a joke. The chair of the redistricting committee, Cody Vasut, is a lawyer. In the legislature, he is the expert on points of order. He knows the law. Cody pays attention to detail. During the redistricting committee meetings, well, I hadn't looked at anything. I don't know. I ain't seen no maps. Yeah, whatever you say. So you pin on me and you telling me it's raining and you expect me to believe it. Wrong answer. When they finally had the one public hearing with the map, and the secret was out. The stuff is going to get filed on Wednesday, and we're going to have a marathon hearing on Friday, is what they said. The plan was filed on Wednesday, and they had a 10-hour meeting on Friday. And the thing that was the most offensive to me as a person who went to these and asked questions about these, and let me be clear, the districts that are targeted overwhelmingly are black districts, okay? They are pitting Jasmine Crockett against Mark Vesey, and they are pitting Al Green against CD18, where there's a black representative. If you don't know who sat in CD18, I live in CD18, by the way. Barbara Jordan, Mickey Leland, Craig Washington, Sheila Jackson Lee, and Sylvester Turner. So those are the people they're trying to take out. So I'm real upset about it, and my constituents are real upset about it. But it's really interesting that the map person who says that some law firm drafted the maps and he don't know that much about the maps, I felt like I was in a bad edition of an episode of White Man's Burden. For the most part, he told us, grown people speaking to us as if we were kids, said to us, you need to be happy. We didn't have to give you any hearings in the first place, and we know what's best for you. Well, I respectfully submit that they don't know what's best for us. They do not know what's best for us. And let me also be clear. My constituents demanded that I be here. So you think I'm going to listen to Donald Trump and Greg Abbott and Dan Patrick and the Attorney General who can't treat his wife right and who lies on documentation? So I think he needs to worry about going to jail. But my point is this. We, the Democratic contingent, we are paying attention to what our constituents are demanding of us. They've literally told us, if you don't quorum break, we will primary you. That's how important it is. People wonder, why should New York be concerned about what's going on in Texas? Why should anywhere be concerned with what's going on in Texas? I'm going to tell you why. My grandmother says this: if you allow yourself to be a rug, people will step on you. No one was paying attention to North Carolina in 2024. There were 7 Republican congresspeople. There were 7 Democratic congresspeople. Guess what? The Republicans rigged the game in North Carolina, and they took 3 seats. I'm going to say this one more again. That's Ebonics for those of y'all who don't speak it. They took 3 seats. Congress has a 3 Republican majority. Ding, 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 ding. So we weren't paying attention to what was going on in North Carolina. And look what we have. We got that big, ugly, terrible bill shoved down our throats. So guess what? I was paying attention. Fool me once, shame on you. Fool me twice, shame on me. Texas will not be North Carolina. We will not give him what we need. And we're marching. We ain't fleeing. We're fighting. And we are so incredibly thankful that the governor has hosted us, because we need allies.